Welcome back, Changemakers. This is the fifth in a small series all about the 5 proclivities of the GC Index. We're answering that question, what type of changemaker are you? We've already looked at the playmaker, the game changer, the implementer, the strategist, and finally we've got around to the polisher. It's taken this long because I absolutely know as soon as this goes out, the polishers watching it will be saying, you could have thought about that as well. Let's get started. So what is a polisher? A polisher is that person who wants to make everything around them beautiful. For those of you familiar with Pareto's law, you'll remember that the implementer is all about the 80% job. Done is good enough. For the polisher, however, it's all about the 20%. How can we take what we're already delivering and make it as good as it can be? You see, excellence is what the polisher is all about. And to get there, they have a really keen eye for continuous improvement. They can literally take anything, any process, any way of working, and they can find opportunities to make them even better. And that's where we start when we think about the value of the polisher inside a team. They're incredibly good at extracting the value out of everything that we're doing. They're constantly looking out for opportunities to make things just a little bit better. You see, the polisher is incredibly methodical. They have an eye for detail and they don't like to leave any stone unturned, which makes them incredibly valuable in those high-paced teams where it feels like everything has to be done yesterday. The polisher's there to be that voice of reason and say, hold on, let's not just put anything out. Let's make sure we're achieving the objectives that we set ourselves. We're doing things to a standard that we want and we're doing ourselves proud. So the particular skills you might see in a polisher are things like that real focus on quality. A polisher likes nothing more than a standard operating procedure. They love to systemize things because what systemization does for a polisher is it's ensuring the quality of every output, not just the ones that they can oversee. So you'll often see a polisher stepping forward when the task is all about creating routines that work, which leads us on to their values. You see, for a polisher, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And if it's worth doing well, why not seek perfection? And in that quest for perfection, polishers are very open to learning and they love to share what they've learned with the people around them, especially if they think it'll make all of the outputs even better. In terms of challenges for polishers though, it's the other side of the coin. If I'm seeking perfection, I've probably got very high standards that I set myself, but sometimes that personal quest to make things as good as they can be spills over, and in my conversations with others, it can sound incredibly demanding because as a polisher, I've got very high standards and I expect the people around me to share those standards. But not everyone in the team, as we found out previously, thinks this way. And therefore the polishers have to take care not to undermine relationships just to eke out an extra 1% in value. You see, the bottom line for polishers, what's their intent? Their intent is not to settle for good enough, but to strive to be best in class. So are you that polisher, or do you have a polisher in your team? I hope that's given you an insight how to get the best out of them. So that's it. That's the 5 proclivities. If you have any questions at all, leave me a note in the comments below. But other than that, I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.